to talk about.
What the fuck are we going to talk about?
Mhm.
Oh, I don't
Meredith,
know.
watch your mouth. Those are the-
Hey, I've got that there. All right, that protects me
oh,
like a
okay.
warm, comfy blanket. Thank you, Carl. Here's it, and you've been notified again.
I always do that. I'm sorry. Throw the dude, and nobody
Throw
will
the
hear it.
fine, throw in the dude. Rachel.
Damn, damn,
These
damn.
days, we're going to update that in our outro. It's got to be. I don't know.
Outro needs to give us time to escape. I get tired of the dudes bouncing off the screen, and we're like,
And we're all like, yeah, I have been kind of sort of moving. So kind of going in line with throw something in a bag, throw something in a box, throw something out. And so we have a couple of really old dressers that I don't want anymore. We don't even use dressers. I hate dressers. I can't stand them. So our clothes are either going to be on an open shelf unit or, like in those little box things to make it kind of pretty and organized. But I don't know. I've never really liked dresser drawers, and I don't know why. So I got rid of it. You're on mute.
I know.
What are you talking about? Joshua! Speaking of the devil, he is going to be on our show on Friday, isn't he? I am going to be like afraid. I'm just going to be like, there's going to be nothing behind me because literally Friday is moving day, but that's in the morning, afternoonish. So by then I'll have food in me. I'll be exhausted. I'll probably just have like moving crud all over me and
Yay. You sound so
fun.
sexy, Meredith. I can't
I know.
wait.
Hey, you'll be lucky if I change my shirt that
You better
day.
shit,
Okay?
shower, and shave first.
I shave for nobody. um, so yeah, that it's interesting. But we had the power on. I was there today playing with the power and going, okay, what does this circuit breaker go to? And so that was fun. And I left all my snacks there, girl. Oh
What?
my! I bought some Adkins like snacks.
Did
I
you get the
found
coconut
them.
bars?
I found the
Did you
coconut
taste it?
ones. No,
Oh,
no, I left
good.
them there. I left them there.
Oh, dude.
I know. Oh my god. The less stuff that I have to move over there is better, I guess. I don't know. I don't need to be snacking in the middle of the night. I mean, we've been putting in some late hours. It's like
Oh, Lord have mercy.
ridiculous. I am going
But
to bed
we have
at a
made some
decent time
serious
today.
progress. No, you're
Yeah,
not.
I'm gonna try.
You're going to try, but you won't. You'll get stuck in a Twitter hole or an edit hole or some
No,
shit.
I know. I've got to write. As soon as I'm done here, I am writing. And I know that Lola had sent me an invite to Geekgasm tonight, which is where you're going to be going to. But I mean, literally, I am smelling myself. Okay. I need a
But we can't
shower.
smell
I
you over
need
there.
food. I need to write. And my husband has been calling me a dirty stay out because I spend all my nights with you.
Oh.
That is truth.
But we're
Hey,
working.
Heather, we were working.
We were working our asses off.
And we are going to continue working our asses off because we've got a few things that are up our sleeves that we can't even announce yet. Just kind of teasing you with it. So, but I really have nothing. Just busy trying to pack up stuff. And there are things in the garage that I haven't seen in probably about 5 or 6 years. I mean, since we've lived here in Florida, I'm like, if I look in the box, I'm going to want to keep it. Right? So do I look in the box?
No. Well, I don't know. It depends. Are you an organized hoarder?
Some of them are like, some of them are Pat's collectible airplanes. So,
No,
I'll
I
have to
think.
look through some of those. But I know some of them are books and they've been out in the garage.
How bad are you about sticking things in books? Because I know every time I move, I'm like, I find like $100 because I'm bad
Oh,
about shoving money in books and pictures. Like I'll put a picture in a book. I don't have somewhere to put it. If somebody dies, the obituary, baby shower invitation, whatever fucking book's closest. I'm like, and then I'll, and then like when we go to move, I'm like,
okay. So when Nita dies, I want her book collection. No, I don't do that. I don't put anything in my books. I barely use a bookmark because I have a reading problem. I told you this before, right? My reading problem is I have to read it from cover to cover. So if I start a book, I must end the book and it must be in one sitting. And I don't care if it's 3 days, I will read it from cover to cover. That's my reading problem. So I take it everywhere with me. I'm like, nope, don't need a shower today. I got to finish this chapter.
my reading problem is I will start a book, find another book and start it too, and then even possibly a third. And then when we're talking about the books, I will entangle all three worlds, and people will be looking at me like, "What the fuck? What did you read?" And I'm like, I don't know.
See,
Harry Potter and the Hunger Games was one. Swear to God.
yeah, and I have like I think I have a problem with short-term memory. Honestly, I think I do. But it's weird because it'll be like if you were to ask me tomorrow what I did today, I probably couldn't tell you. But then maybe a week or two later, I could. It's just weird. I don't know why my
comes
brain.
back to you.
Eventually, but in the meantime, if somebody's like, well, what'd you do? And I'm like, oh, fuck if I know, I mean, and that's sincere. I mean, I have no idea. And I guess that's why I love calendars and watches and things like that, because I know it exists. This time thing exists, but I'm like, I just pop in whenever, I'm like, okay, oh, deadline. Okay. That's when I really pay attention if I've got a deadline. Otherwise, I'm like, what day is it? And it doesn't even matter to me. It doesn't matter because I work 7 days a week. I work
They all
from
run
home.
together. I don't have to go
Every
anywhere.
day is day.
I work from home. The kids are here.
Yeah, they're like, what, weekends? I'm like, weekends? It's just day. And then they're like, well, what's the alternative? I'm like, sleep. That's it. It's day and sleep. That's it. Yeah. And usually with Facebook, I've been a little bit better about it this year because I've been more engaged on Facebook. I mean, I spent a good chunk of time trying to get away from Facebook, and I was this close to closing out my account. And then Geek Insider happened, and I was like, shit, I need my account. So
I'm so glad you didn't.
Well, it was just one of those things where I was probably going to be a Twitter whore and just stay off of Facebook and go over to like those blockchain sites.
Right.
I love Steemit. I love Hive and Whale Shares. I have an account on DLive and DTube and Library.
I always lose my keys.
You can't lose your keys, girl. Those are worth some money.
I always lose my keys.
Don't lose your keys. Go find your keys. You might have like money sitting in those accounts. Who knows? But yeah, so I was really migrating off of like traditional sites and going to the blockchain based ones. And now I'm thinking, okay, I feel like I'm kind of getting into some kind of schedule. I know once I'm in the new house and I have my office set up, it's going to be kind of like office hours.
Yep.
I have to really portion out my day for different things because I'm still writing for Geek. I'm still doing podcasts and live streams for them. But I really want to be super focused on Continuum Comics.
Yes.
I want laser focused on that because, we're building a business, I mean, so it's important. And then that's really it. I mean, those are the things that I'm laser focused on. Well, I'm not talking about Ragin. We got Ragin.
I'm not talking about Ragin.
I'm assuming.
Ragin. talking about Nita at night.
Nita. That's our
Continuum
time.
Comics too.
That's our time. You guys don't know what we do at night. Sometimes it's pretty terrible.
It is. Sometimes it's awful.
It's awful sometimes.
And then sometimes it's work.
And sometimes it's a good laugh. And sometimes it's a good cry. So yeah, that's what we do. You're only getting a tiny peek of what we do. But yeah, big stuff coming. And Ray, oh, this is awesome. He says, I'm working on a children's book series. Building a brand takes a lot of work.
Absolutely.
It certainly does. And you know what? One of the things I highly recommend that you do, if you haven't done it already, is if you have a bunch of social media accounts, try to keep them under the same name.
Brand yourself.
Brand yourself and make sure you put your mark on that username. I've been using MareJ99 since 1999.
I have joined so many things I have never used just to make sure that if I ever decided to, creating chaos 24/7's on there.
Yeah, nobody gets that. And if they do, I will be after them. Trust me, because I have a history going back to 99. That
I Googled
that
it
is
today.
mine.
I popped up first. What up?
Yes, that's awesome.
Like, fuck it, world.
Now, did you do creating chaos or creating chaos 24/7?
24/7.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm like, what up? The whole page, except for like 2. There's like a creating chaos woman that does like crafts or some shit.
Yeah.
And there was one other thing, but the rest of the page was.
You know, it's funny. Every once in a while, I do a Google search of my username and my real name.
My real name, you fucking come up. Pictures of your ass. Not me, you. I swear to God. I'm like, look at this.
How did that happen? Really?
Yes, I swear to God.
That's kind of funny.
That bitch.
See, now when I do a Google search of my real name, I am popping up a lot, but there's another Meredith Loughran that pops up. And I'm like, I want to take her down, but she's dead. You know, so
the soldier?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I feel like such a shit, but I really want that spot. You know, it's like, okay, I'm going straight to hell.
That's another thing we've done before. We've stayed up all night Googling ourselves and people we know.
Yeah. Why do we do that?
Because we were
creepy stalkers.
Right.
And Ray says, I've been using JORSART, Jorsart since high school.
There you
go. That's it. Make sure that all of your social media, if you can. And, you know, I honestly find the benefit of a link tree also.
Linktree.com. Boy, I got one too.
It's so easy just to say, hey, are you familiar with Linktree? Yeah, MEREJ99. It's got all my links. Go there and you can find me anywhere. And I found that through interviews on Geek Insider. It was who was it? I think it might have even been like Jordana Brewster or something, because I was looking for her links, you know, so people can share, you know, find her and follow her and stuff like that. And I was just like, what is this Linktree thing? Ray Owen says there's another one, all my links. All right. I'm writing that down. I'm writing that down right now because I will go over there and I'll sign up for that.
Right.
All my links. There's another one that was out there. Gravatar, I think, is a good place to centralize a lot of your links. There are a few other ones. I need to, let me write down Gravatar because I need to make sure that that's updated too. And that's also a problem. Every time you sign up for all of these things, then you have to go update them every once in a while. And it's like, oh my God, it's like this whole ocean of things. And I'm like, do I even remember what email I used?
See, I'm not even worried about it anymore because now I'm just like, Google me.
You've come a long way.
How? Why? What the fuck is wrong with people? I don't know. I don't know.
You have come a long way. I mean, because we were looking at that the other day.
Oh my
We
god,
were looking at
my video.
your very first video, and you were like not even looking at the camera, and you had totally different background and everything. And what was it, like 3 or 4 minutes? If
The
that?
virginity vlog.
The virginity vlog.
Mm.
And you've come a long way. You know, you're like, why do I need this? To like, you are out there figuring out freaking algorithms on Twitter, and then they're pinging you for being a bot, and you're like, bitch, that's me.
Yeah, that's happened like 4 times now.
Mm-hmm. Y'all need to come guest on my stream. My viewers would love you too. We would love to, Ray. She is the keeper of the calendar for this, and she is my keeper.
Yes.
Yes, you are. See? Isn't that sexy?
What? Don't be telling my secrets, Ray.
Oh, yes. Yes, Ray. You should have seen her in high school. All black, dark rooms. Now she's on camera. Never would have guessed it. And
my soul is so dark.
See, they're fighting over us now. I love it. Hey, since you guys are fighting over us, make sure you go over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100. What are we at? Do you know?
Like 50 something. Who cares?
50 something? I care.
Oh, Meredith cares. Like
I care.
Because you're a numbers whore.
Oh, speaking of numbers whore. Okay, you're the one who's on Twitter going, oh, my impressions are at like, I don't know, 50,000 or something like that. And I'm like,
oh, they dropped. My analytics dropped down. I took a break. Oh, we're a package deal, Josh.
Those are the numbers that are important. And she's just like, yeah, you know, my impressions are like a couple tens of thousands. And I'm like, yeah, mine's at tens. No, it's been a little bit better. I've been more engaged, but it's pretty impressive to see how fast you've grown those channels. You know? And then you were like, hey, you want it back? And I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
I tell you.
I found a new toy right now. I just started playing with Instagram.
Yes.
Like, I opened it, like, I think way back when, but I never put anything on it until the last Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And I just put the 2 videos on it because I didn't like the desktop for it, but now that I've got it on my phone, I'm like, all right, look at this. I can slut around here too.
Yeah. So, and then make sure that you go over to our link trees and follow us wherever, because we are trying to grow those networks. You know why? I think part of it is because we love promoting other people. We hit the share button all the time.
Right.
We hit the share button. We hit the retweets, and when we find something interesting, we share it out. We're sharing out a lot of other creators, right? And so the larger we build those networks, the more
I go
eyeballs
beyond
are
creators, and I think that's why the Creating Chaos account is moving further than the other right now.
Yeah,
because I'm also into video games, and I'm putting the B movies and stuff on there too. So
well, see, and like on Twitter. I struggled with my Twitter account for the longest time because I have interests in so many things. It's not
and
just
the writers.
Comic books, right? It's writers, it's comic books, it's marketers. I have a lot of people that I follow who are marketers, and they follow me back. Then you have entertainment.
Well, that's because comics is our business, but we have other interests.
So many more interests, and not limited to any one genre or anything like that. So for the longest time, I felt like my Twitter was a hot mess because it didn't feel like it had direction. I'm like, yeah, but this is all, it's me. So I am a hot mess, I mean, I'm into everything. I love blockchain. I love crypto. I love books, horror, erotica, comic books. Now, it's just so many different interests, and Twitter goes by so fast that I have finally gotten over myself. Like, oh, I have to be this professional person. And I'm like, no, it's just me. Kind of like this.
With a tiny filter. I
do have a tiny filter.
Well, you have to nowadays. Fucking.
I've gotten
I'll
to a
probably
point
cancel
where
for
my
even saying who would
filter.
cancel you.
See, I've gotten to a point where my filter has gotten a lot smaller, and the fact that I have to like bite my tongue every once in a while
It's
bothers me a
hard.
little bit.
Like, it's a good thing I have friends in the industry that watch my back. Like, I'll post something and they'll see my post first because they get notifications or something, and they hit me up. They're like, "Girl, get that off of there right now. Right now,
Right?
this is not okay. You are not safe."
But see, even I think even maybe 2 months ago, if somebody said that, you'd be like, "Fuck you and your censorship,"
I
you
would have,
know?
but I have a business now,
Yeah.
and that makes it different. And sometimes my own filter does not work, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll say something and it can be completely misinterpreted because what I said was not anything related to what it could have been interpreted as.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, whoa, yeah, that could have been bad. Nope,
Yeah.
I better take that off of there real quick.
Yeah. I wonder too if that might be an Aspie thing. You know,
It could be.
I mean, not always. I don't always fall on the whole Aspie. You know, I've got Asperger's, and so it takes me a minute to sometimes translate and
Right.
understand or see that other side of things, that other point of view. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But sometimes I need somebody to kind of remind me too. But at this point in time, you know, and I don't know. I associate a lot of stuff with age. You know, like there are things that I
Well,
feel
you're
like
on
I
your
get
own there.
away with.
I'm
I
associated with Asperger's and
I can get away with
ADHD.
stuff, I
No,
think, because of age and Asperger's. I don't know. Um, you know what's sad? Okay, because I
what's
know you
that?
have to get going pretty soon.
Yeah.
No, it's not sad. It's I don't know if it's like self-preservation or carving back my time and stuff like that because I am not an idiot. I'm not a fool
Oh
or
no.
stupid or anything like that, right? But there
Mm-mm.
have been times when I've acted the fool or haven't been as reliable because you find those people who kind of take, and I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
talking like even I'm not talking recent or anything like that. I'm
Oh no,
talking
I
like
feel you.
people in your past, you know.
Right.
It was just like they
No, no,
take,
no, I get it.
and that because you are reliable, and then all of a sudden you're not so reliable, and they kind of go away and find the next person to siphon off of.
Another
And
thing,
yeah,
I'll pretend to be not as smart
yeah.
because then you never see me coming, bitches. What?
Sneak attack, like ninjas. You know, no, it's true. Because I find that there are enough things that I am responsible for that I can't spend that much time being responsible for other people's things, you
Right.
know. So when I say it's not my circus, those aren't my monkeys, those aren't my
Right.
clowns, those aren't my anything, it's not my circus. I feel a little bit better about that, but that
Well, you'll
doesn't
get
mean I don't want to
no,
help.
but you'll get
I
so
just,
involved with other people's stuff that you're not taking care of your own.
yeah,
And it's like I'll get so sidetracked trying to help somebody else that my own shit's getting neglected.
yeah.
And that's why we're up until 4 a.m. doing shit, funny ninjas. Okay, I
Who's,
really do have to go. I have 20
yeah,
minutes
yeah.
and I got to go to the bathroom and all that other good stuff.
Did we find anybody to do Chubby Bunny with us?
Not yet.
Oh, you're working on it though.
I wonder.
You're working on it. Oh, that would
Yeah,
be
I'm
funny.
working on some things. In fact, I think we should wait on all challenges for right now, except for maybe the bugs because I only got 2 of each of those. But remember, we were talking about the other, and so yeah,
Mm-hmm,
we got to
mm-hmm.
keep our
And
secrets.
Ray, your woman has 2 masters working on a doctorate, and she will play dumb to see how people react. It's
Yes.
true. You know, even when I was younger, in the dating scene, which I hated the dating scene. I would be sitting at the bar, and like somebody be like making eyes and stuff like that, and I'd just be like,
Yes, my
just
girl.
just to see what they would do. If they laughed, I was like, okay, I could talk to them. If they were like, you know, then it'd be like, bye. You know, you have to have a sense of humor with me. Have to.
You guys come find me in 20 minutes on Indie Volt. I'm going to be on Geekgasm tonight with the Indie Princess.
Geekgasm, and I am going to be bagging more shit
I thought you were
and
going to be
writing. I am going to be writing too, but yeah, I've got a half a bag that I've been working on. So, all right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Go to YouTube, please. Hit our subscribe button. I want that vanity link because I am a numbers whore. Do it. Do it now. All right.
Wait,
Bye.